haven't even got paid yet, and I'm already calculating how broke I am and if I have enough for a sweet treat that day, okay? Like, I'm trying to see, do I got enough for a nice coffee, or do I have enough for maybe a nice little DoorDash? Like, that's just sad.
As we know, the economy is really bad right now, and a lot of Americans are really, really struggling, and they are going broke. And a lot of people don't even talk about it. That's the crazy part about it. Like, watching these next couple of videos will prove to you. You will see what I'm talking about, and you'll see how many Americans are broke out here, and they're struggling, living day-to-day lives, right? And nobody's talking about it. I don't talk too much. Let's get into it.
I just split my groceries 3 different ways in order to pay for them, with a line of people behind me. I wanted to cry so bad walking out of that store. It was so embarrassing. All I want to do is provide for my family and my friends and myself. I want to create a future where I can help other people. And I can't even buy my own fucking groceries right now. I'm so fucking done struggling. I'm so done struggling.
What's cracking? I have negative $247 in my bank account. I'm going on vacation and I'm running errands right now, but I won't allow the negative to stop me. I'm still gonna go fix my nails, drop off my dry cleaning. I have to pick up my passport for my ex, so all of that needs to be done before 12. It's 9:44. Will I get it done? Of course, I picked myself up a coffee because when you're running late, it's mandatory that you also get a coffee. Duh.
This is the longest chew session I've ever witnessed.
We
Take a
keep
drink.
even because I had money saved up from my job that I've been using to pay my bills, and which aren't too bad
For
because
how long? You've been out for a couple months now.
I had like
Her finances don't play a part in any of the way
he
of us
pays for
staying
everything.
alive.
So
How are
we
you
had-
able to keep us alive then? Y'all alive?
His credit card is what I use to pay
Oh.
my gas, medicine, and copays right now.
As for finances, I'd say I'm pretty good with money. And
He
so
is.
that's why we're ahead on things currently. It's break even, but if she's not able to support herself, then we're going to be in the negative when I have to pay her bills.
And I'm now at the point where I can't. Like this month, I have to ask for him to help me with like $60 because I can't afford the rest.
Not gonna lie, in today's
Okay, well, the
economy, if you
$300
want to
that you're
move
supposed
out,
to give him, you were let go
either
in
need
March,
to
but you
have
haven't paid
4
him since
roommates
January.
Yeah.
or
So what the
selfie
fuck are you
pics. I'm
talking
sorry,
about?
but why did
No,
no
you're not
one tell
contributing.
me
You never
about the
contributed
third
even when you
option?
had
I
a job.
did
It's
kind
last
of just
year.
got a job working at
Last
like
year,
corporate
last year, you
something,
got laid
kind
off
of like
in
an
March. You
office
weren't
job.
even contributing
And
since before
it's
January.
pretty good. Like the deal that she signed, I think the salary is like $70K a year, right? That's very reasonable. But then when she moves out, right, she's telling me that she's paying $2,500 in rent every single month. In my head, I'm like, damn, that's steep to me.
Welcome to a morning in my life as a broke stay-at-home mom. And when I say broke, you guys, I mean I'm literally broke. I have no extra money and I'm actually behind on the money that I need to make every single month. Life is just becoming more and more expensive and it seems like I just can't keep up with it. Fortunately, my husband and I are able to pay all of our bills on time and we're not worried about money when it comes to paying things on time. But we 100% live paycheck to paycheck, scraping things together at the last second. I'm 33 weeks pregnant with our 3rd baby and this is also going to be our last baby. And my husband is also currently in school, so we can use every little penny that we can scrape together. I was previously posting consistently for TikTok Shop because that was helping out so much financially. But after a while, I just was not enjoying it anymore, and I just did not want the influencer lifestyle, so I took about a 4-month break. Now we're trying to get back into it though because I definitely need the extra money. So if you're in the same situation as me, which I feel that most stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home parents are, go ahead and give me a follow and drop a comment down below so that we can support one another.
So I woke up this morning with, hey, today looking up. And just a minute ago, eBay notified me that I sold $200 worth of product, and the buyer came and bought some items, and that was another $200. So the whole point of this video is, sometimes your day start out shitty as fuck. Like you don't know what the game plan is, but sometimes you just gotta like, Jesus, take the wheel, I give up, and see what happens, because clearly there's somebody looking out for me. I don't know who it is, but thank you.
I was trying to be productive and pay off some of my credit card debt, and then I realized, fuck, it's the end of the month. Now my bank is overdrafted because I tried to pay $700 off my credit card, and now my bank is overdrafted because I didn't have that much money in my account. I thought I did, but then some fucking bill came out. Oh, I guess the auto pay for another one of my credit cards, like the auto payment or whatever, came out. And so I didn't realize the rent is due in, I don't know, what the fuck is today? April 27th. Rent is due in, how many days are there in April? 30 or 31? Okay, there's only 30 days in April, so... And my car's making expensive noises. Now I'm minus $150 in my bank account, and rent is due, and car insurance is gonna be due. Anyways, so now I'm about to go do some door dashing while my car's making these expensive noises, and it's a little bit embarrassing, but whatever, at least I look like a baddie. Because hot girls drive shit boxes, right?
I've been keeping a secret from the internet, and that is that I'm not actually credit card debt free. This is my current balance on my Disney Rewards card, so let's talk about it. When I first started learning about credit cards 3 years ago, I decided on the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Disney Rewards card to be my first 2 cards that actually have rewards, points, benefits, annual fees, the whole shebang. For my Chase Sapphire Preferred, I get travel points, so sometimes I can book free travel, free hotels, that kind of thing. I think I have somewhere near 175,000 points that I need to use before October when Chase changes how they calculate points. The Disney Rewards card has benefits as well of 6 months, 0% financing, where you can book a vacation and pay for it on the card, and it won't earn interest for 6 months to give you time to save for / pay it off, although you should be booking vacations that you've already saved for. And it also gives me Disney Rewards dollars that I can use in the park and on Disney specific things. Now, why is my Disney card so high? I have been experimenting with and trying out some of the offers that Chase gives me as a Chase credit card user to see if I think they're worth it or if I don't think they're worth it. I just wanted to be more knowledgeable about the Chase card. With the Disney card, my 2 cruise expenses that were like $10,000 in total, that went on the Disney card and were eligible for the 6-month financing offer where they won't earn interest for 6 months, which gives me a chance to earn interest for 6 months on the money I had saved for the cruise. So that cruise money is actually in a high yield savings account. I haven't actually paid off the cruise yet. Then every so often, if I make a big purchase, Chase will send me a message and say, hey, you're eligible for a pay-as-you-go plan or a pay now, save later plan, or whatever the plan is called at the time. When those plans were offered to me, they all had 0% interest and 0 fees. Now that I've accepted a few of them, there are interest and fees, so be careful with that and make sure that if you're doing something like this, you're not paying for it. Here's some examples of what my Chase statement looks like with these save now pay later plans in place in the credit card. So this is the one I took a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, when I first wanted to make this video. And here's one from like last week when I said, okay, I'm actually going to sit down and admit that I have $10,000 of credit card debt. I'm not actually debt free. I have all the money to pay off the cards saved, but technically I do have credit card debt. Every so often someone says, what credit card would you recommend? And I just personally wouldn't recommend credit cards to anybody because I think they're so unsafe if I don't know what your mental health is like or your financial responsibility or situation is like. So I tend to not recommend credit cards, but I will tell you that these are the 2 credit cards that I personally use.
Let's talk about how broke I am while we get ready so you feel better about your finances. First off, I'm sure the biggest question we're going to get is how we even got in this situation to begin with. So a little bit of backstory. We bought this house about 2.5 years ago. It was right before my daughter was born and I was still working full-time. The plan all along was for me to work full-time and stay home with both kids. I had a full-time work from home job and I had previously stayed home with just my son, and so we thought that that would work out. To make a really long story short, my job changed a little bit and it was no longer going to make sense for me to be home with both kids, and we looked at daycare cost and realized that we would actually have more money if I stayed home with them and just worked part-time. Now, a combination of me going down to part-time and also our mortgage increasing by almost $500 a month, it became a struggle. And I don't think that we realized how badly we were struggling until probably about 6 months ago. And unfortunately, by then we had been surviving on credit cards. And it would be one thing if we had like a lot of really, extravagant things or something, but we were putting our groceries on credit cards because we didn't have that money in our account. And I want to be really clear that I'm not saying any of this to try and get sympathy. We did this to ourselves. We were the ones swiping the credit cards. I knew several times that I probably needed to be checking how bad of a spot we were in. And honestly, I was too scared to because I didn't have a way of changing it. I didn't have a way of making extra money at the time. And so I just didn't look. Now we are in a spot where we have this beautiful house that we bought when I was still working full time, but we can no longer afford it and not go further into debt. So we're looking at other options. Initially, we thought the best option would be getting a home equity line of credit. Thankfully, since we own this house, we do have equity in it. And we thought that we could go that route and basically get everything consolidated and get a much lower interest rate so that we could pay it off faster. But unfortunately, we found out that with my income, they only are going to consider part of it, and because of that, we will not qualify. We still have a couple options that we're looking into. Basically, our plan is one of the options, we could stay in the house for like another year, basically enough time to save up for a down payment to purchase another less expensive home, or two, we would be selling it and then getting either a really cheap rental for a year or so while we save up for a down payment, or live with family for a year, which we really don't want to do any of those options. But unfortunately, with having 2 kids, we're trying to find what is going to be the least disrupting to them. And honestly, I'm still not sure what that is. I'm not posting this for any sort of like ideas, even really, on how to get us out of this spot. We have explored basically every avenue at this point, and unfortunately selling the house is going to be our best option at getting out of debt. We bought this house when we could afford it, and our finances have changed and we can no longer afford it, is what it boils down to. Really, I just wanted to post this because it feels really embarrassing to talk about finances, and I think the only reason for that is because people don't talk about it enough. And so I just don't want anyone to feel alone in this situation, because it's already really, really challenging, and especially in figuring out a way to crawl out of the hole that you're in with debt. So I just want to talk about it so that if you're in this situation too, you feel less alone. Now, I think when you're in a lot of debt, there is a good amount of like guilt that should come along with it in order for you to change your habits so that it doesn't happen again. And we're definitely feeling all of the feelings. We should have looked into things a lot sooner, and that way we could have potentially had other options, but now we're just to the point we have to make a change. And so we're gonna do that. I'm just not sure how yet. Now, I could sit here and talk about how this isn't our fault and that it's because our mortgage payment went up $400 a month because of our taxes, or because my husband has applied to a bunch of new jobs and hasn't gotten any of them, or a million other things that exasperated this whole situation. But I'm trying really hard not to dwell on that and just come up with a solution. If you've stuck around this long, thank you. There's definitely going to be a lot more content on creative ways that I am trying to make money, so stay tuned for that. Happy Tuesday.
Officially have $0 to my name because I just took out every penny that I've ever saved. And this is on top of the deposit I've already made to buy a house. And wow. Down payments are really large, and I'm broke now. I officially have $0 to my name because I just took out every penny that I've ever saved, and this is on top of the deposit I've already made to buy a house. And wow, down payments are really large, and
I'm missing out on my youthful years because I'm fucking broke. 18 to 22 has just not even been fun. I hate it because there's hairstyles I want to try and outfits I want to get, places I want to go, and I'm only gonna look like how I look for so much time because I'm young right now, but like, fuck, fucking broke.
Can we all just collectively admit that we're broke right now? And life is hard, the economy is awful, and let's all just start posting about how broke we are.
All right, so what's your thoughts, right? Like, do you really genuinely believe that there's so many Americans out there, they're struggling quietly while the richer keep getting rich? We already have a trillionaire right now, and we have a trillionaire, but the poor are still being poor, and the rich are just getting richer, and the poor are still struggling, and the rich are getting richer. And I think it's just quiet. Nobody really talk about it. You can see in the politics, nobody really talk about it. It's all about war and all of that too. What's your thoughts? Please comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you genuinely believe that Americans are really struggling quietly without being talked about it, or do you think it's just maybe just a few people are really struggling and they try to make it like it's a big deal? Comment down below. I would like to hear your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next episode.